Hi, I'm Alonzo Duralde, senior film critic for The Wrap, with film reporter Jeff Snyder from The Wrap, taking a look at Let's Be Cops.
Let's Be Cops.
Opening this Friday, already opening in theaters.
Wednesday.
Everywhere. Yeah, it opened Wednesday. Yeah, it's late August, and this is the kind of movie we get in late August. It's a pretty strained comedy, I thought. Jake Johnson and Damon Wayans Jr. are two Ohio pals who have hit the age of 30 in LA. They still aren't succeeding, but then one night they go out dressed as cops, and suddenly everything turns around. So they maintain the masquerade until they find themselves up to their neck in police conspiracy and scary Russian mobsters. It's not funny. That's the big problem here. This movie is not funny.
You didn't like the premise?
The premise is great. There's potential here, and the cast is funny. These guys have all been great in other stuff, but there are plenty of comedies out there where, you know, there's no shortage of funny people to put in a movie, but then you got to give them something to do once they get there. And I just didn't care, and I didn't feel like they made good use of the premise, and I didn't laugh enough. I laughed occasionally, but you know, if we're going like per minute, we weren't even close to an acceptable ratio there.
But I think it was a comedy that had a little bit more on its mind than just going for the easy laugh. I mean, to be fair, I did used to work for director Luke Greenfield. He's you know, a friend of mine. And listen, the movie's not great. I preferred Neighbors and 22 Jump Street. I thought that Let's Be Cops suffered from some wild shifts in tone. But I really like Jake Johnson and Damon Wayans Jr. in this movie. I thought they had really good chemistry together. And, you know, for me, it was a fun night at the movies in August.
Well, you know, if you are really desperate for air conditioning, you could do worse. But I don't know. To me, it just kind of felt slapdash. I like them, but they just... The situations weren't funny enough. There wasn't enough of a sense of stakes in terms of, you know, these guys are committing a major crime by pretending to be policemen. And the movie tends to sort of shrug that off for the most part, which would be fine if it were funnier or if the plot they get involved with were more interesting, but it just kind of felt thrown together. If you haven't seen Get On Up yet, go see Get On Up. It's a much better movie.
I love the scene in Let's Be Cops with the heavyset guy naked running around on, you know, on top of Damon Wayans.
Well, there's that, but that's not enough.
Nudity.
Check out my full review at The Wrap.